Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. I, of course, am Hammer, founder of Hammer Solutions, home of great products such as Originator Success, Grab and Go Social, and Rate Sensei. Be sure to check those out. Remember, you can join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, broadcasting to you on Facebook and YouTube, talking about what's going on in the world of mortgage rates and mortgage pricing. What's going on in the headlines driving that stuff, and looking at the technicals. So today we're going to talk about all the same normal stuff. We'll take a look at the technicals. We'll look at some of the headlines, see what's going on. And spoiler alert, it's not much, but things are actually moving in the right direction. So we'll keep talking about that. Remember, if you want to join me live and not miss a moment of the show, and you want a reminder text message with a link so you don't miss it, go ahead and sign up hmmr.io/reminder or use this cool QR code. And we don't use your phone number for any nefarious purposes. We don't share it with anybody or do anything with it. Also, if you'd like a copy of our email that goes out each morning, it's www.ratelockadvice.com to get on that list. Get a copy of our email. Use it any way you want, any way you see fit. I'm okay with it. And you can also get our text alerts. They are $7 a month, but that's dirt cheap. Cheaper than a cheap. I don't know. It's cheap. So check those out at ratetextalerts.com. So good morning. Let's say hi to the live folks. Randy Tico, good morning, sir. Holly Johnson and Sean Segaloff. Sean Segaloff points out today is Taco Tuesday. Brady Brickler, good morning. Yeah, it's straw hat weather, man. It's 70 in here this morning. We gotten warm. It's been very erratic weather this season, but so today's a warm day, so we're wearing straw hat today. And good morning, Angela Walters. Only 14 people on this morning. I guess either the text hasn't hit yet, or yeah, it does. There it is. Or everybody's just kind of freewheeling this morning. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We'll jump right in. Let me pull up the screen. We'll get to the good stuff here. Let me share. We'll start out by taking a look at the technicals. You could see that we currently this morning, we're down a couple of basis points with that 5.5 coupon, but basically flat. You could see that yesterday, a quick recap of what happened yesterday when we were doing the live, when pricing came out, we were down here generally around, we'll call it 100.80-ish. We're around 100.80-ish. Ended the day around 100.90. So we were plus 10 bips yesterday. We did see quite a few reprices better. I would say I think there were over 20 reprices better through the day. Let me know in the comments, did you guys get a reprice better? Did you get a reprice better if you happen to notice one yesterday? I'm just curious. I'm curious if they're more on the wholesale side than the retail side, but either way, it's still good to get them and have them and all of that. So yesterday was a good day. The reason we saw some of that improvement yesterday through the day is that there was not any real problem from the blockade. There was no escalation. It didn't cause any greater action. So yesterday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, the U.S. did create a naval blockade to blockade Iran's ports. And it really, although they go back and forth talking about how don't do it. And then they did it. And then it was kind of not really a thing. So you could see the 10-year treasury yields 4.30. It looks cool at 4.299, but it's 4.30. That's awesome. Again, we are well off of this highest level. We were back at the end of March at 4.40s, right about here. And we have really just kind of been holding steady. And the sentiment in the markets is very much a positive one that should help rate sheets and should help rate sheets improve. Now, yesterday, Mortgage News Daily shows that rate sheets were about the same as ended on Friday, which was just a hair worse than Thursday, but a hair better than Wednesday. I mean, but look at this. Look at the stability. When you look at the fact that all of what we've grown used to is some volatility recently, we have a very stable market, and it's time for everyone to get back to work, time for consumers to get back to business, looking at houses and all that good stuff. So, that's really kind of all that we got going on there. Reprice risk on the day today. It's always moderate right now because there always could be some kind of surprise, but it's more like low to moderate. I don't think we really have to worry about reprices worse right now. Markets are very happy with the current sentiment. So this morning we did get let me move this over to markets. Where's markets? Markets and finance. Here we go. This morning we did get the wholesale inflation. Did it put it on the front cover? Let me see here. Doobie-doobie-doo. I'm looking for, I read it on my phone this morning, so I'm looking to see where they've got it here. Let's see if Bloomberg has it yet. No, they're still talking about that there. It's funny, it shows you it's really not even, it's not even a producer price index. Let's see if anyone's popped one on here yet. There you go. Wholesale prices rose 0.5% in March. Again, this is producer price index, wholesale inflation, but it was much less than expected. It was the highest in a while. I forgot what the Wall Street Journal said. I think it's at the highest in a year, but it's still much lower than what was expected. They were expecting, I think, 1.1. Yeah, here it is. Dow Jones consensus estimate was for 1.1, and it came in at 0.5. Core PPI, which would take out that food and energy price, was just 0.1, which was much lower than the forecast of 0.5. And on an annual basis, the all items PPI accelerated the largest 12-month gain since February of 2023. Core PPI posted a 3.8% gain. Some of the PPI goes into the PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, the Fed's favorite gauge of inflation for consumer inflation. But overall, this is not bad. It came in better than expected, even though it's still inflation. You could see, though, the strong market reaction to this right here at 8:30 a.m. It was bazinga zero. There was nothing. Markets didn't like that. It's like a third page. That's why doesn't even make it onto the front page of the Wall Street Journal. Doesn't make it anywhere. So it's just not even a thing. Didn't even make it anywhere. So of course, headlines filled with things such as Trump's social posts. Doesn't affect rates, so I'm not even going to bother talking about it. Oil prices. It's important to recognize that mortgage rates have absolutely shown a strong separation from oil pricing. Oil prices are down, though, but even still, even if they go back up, we're not seeing that jump. But oil is still well back below $100 a barrel. Everything's pointing into a decent sign here. Of course, we could see that change if there is military action and escalation in the Middle East. But barring that, it's likely that we'll see rates continue to creep a little bit lower. That puts us in a spot where we generally want to go ahead and float most loans if you want to lock near term, just because of risk aversion. But otherwise, float most loans. Current signs point to better rates to come. So it'll be a while before we get back down into where we were at the end of February. But again, get ready for those ebbs and flows. That's what we've seen the last few years. It's not changing. Get consumers ready when rates start to drop. Rates are not that high. They're in the low sixes. That's still really good. So, and for govies, they're probably even fighting their way into the fives a little bit. If for most rate sheets, you can see that. That's what Mortgage News Daily has here. I mean, they've got it in the fives. So that's fantastic. You can definitely go with that. So Ron Siegel says today is National Pecan Day. And because I'm in the South, it is pecan, not pecan. Up north, it's pecan. Down here, it is pecan. And my wife likes the bourbon chocolate pecan pie, Ron. That is her favorite, the bourbon chocolate pecan pie. I'm not too big on it. I mean, I like anything sweet, but Randy sent me an interesting article about the huge increase in oil tankers lining up at U.S. ports. Yeah, Randy, I did see that. Thank you for sending that. We'll definitely have to see how that plays out a little bit. So, but that's it, my friends. It's a nice, quiet, slow one. Remember, go check out our other products. Love to have you find out more about Grab and Go Social and Originator Success. Originatorssuccess.com. Be found, be chosen, be remembered. It's an awesome platform. Go check it out. Grab and Go Social, providing you with content, coaching, and community for getting loans from social media. I know so many of my originator friends are looking for ways to get more business from social. Check us out at grabandgosocial.com. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys. Hope y'all have a a fantastic Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.